This is the Samsung Galaxy Watch 3. And yes, I said 3 because 3 comes after 1. No, apparently Samsung didn't want to create confusion because this is the newer watch than the Galaxy Active 2, so they just skipped the number 2, but makes sense, I think. But the Galaxy Watch 3 is Samsung's latest smartwatch, and it has a big display, a big battery, and last but not least, a really big price tag. And is this really worth your hard-earned money? Let's find out in this video. I'm Kevin from Peacock Inside Tech, and this is my Galaxy Watch 3 review. Smartwatches are more popular than ever, with the Apple Watch and the Galaxy Watch being two of the most sold smartwatches right now in Germany. I was super excited to finally get my hands on the Watch 3 and test out all the improvements and new features. The Watch 3 now has a bigger screen, but at the same time has a smaller overall body size. And this is very welcome because the original Galaxy Watch was really big and bulky. The Watch 3 is still big and kind of thick though, and it won't appeal to everyone, especially to women. The Watch 3 comes with 2 buttons on the right side, and the top button has Galaxy Watch engraved in it, and this attention to detail really makes the Watch 3 feel really premium. The Watch 3 comes in 2 sizes, a 41mm and a 45mm, and both sizes come with Wi-Fi and LTE options. The smaller watch comes in bronze or silver, and the 45mm comes in black or silver. I have the black version with a black leather band, and the band is pretty soft and feels high quality. It's pretty comfortable. I don't really like the look of it that much, so I swapped it out for my dark brown Fossil watch band. But the Watch 3 has the standard 22mm armband size, so you have lots of bands out there to choose from. But by far, one of my favorite parts about the new Watch 3 is this large 1.4-inch display. It looks great, it gets really bright, even in direct sunlight. The colors look great, this display looks amazing. It has a 360 by 360 resolution, so everything looks really sharp. I know square smartwatches are more practical, but I'm a sucker for a round smartwatch, I'm sorry. Another thing that I love about the Watch 3 that I also loved about previous Samsung smartwatches is the rotating bezel. It's, in my opinion, the best way to navigate around the smartwatch interface. It works really well, and this way you don't have to get fingerprints or smudges on your nice bright display. You can navigate the whole watch this way and only have to touch the display if you want to choose an option or an app. The Galaxy Watch 3 is supposed to be even more premium than the Galaxy Watch Active 2 with a stainless steel body and even more sensors than on the Active 2. Like now you can measure your blood oxygen levels. This feature is already active in Korea and here in Europe, and it's supposed to come to the US later this year. I'm not really a runner or a jogger, so I don't see myself using this feature too much, but for people that like to jog or run, this can be a really practical feature to have. And this also gives you an alternative to the Garmin's and Fitbits out there that already measure blood oxygen levels. Also coming later to the watch is EKG for monitoring your heart and blood pressure monitoring. These are really practical if they are accurate and can help make some people's lives a little bit easier. There is also a new fall detection feature that automatically contacts someone if you fall, sort of like on the Apple Watch. Something that I really like are the new gesture features. You can just open and close your hand like a fist to answer calls, and this makes so much sense on a smartwatch to me. And also there's a twist gesture to mute alarms or incoming calls. I just feel like these features should be on all smartwatches. Samsung really focused on health and fitness, so along with all the new sensors for blood oxygen, etc., there are still lots of workouts that you can track, from running to workout machines. There is even a coach to help motivate you on runs on those days that you just can't motivate yourself. So the Watch 3 is packed with features in the typical Samsung fashion, and I personally like that. The watch is also IP68 water and dust resistant, and you can go up to 50 meters underwater. It also meets some of the military standards for ruggedness, and all the typical smartwatch goodness is still here. Things like rich notifications where you can reply to messages directly on the watch via voice, handwriting, and even T9 input like back in the days. This is actually very smart because you don't have much space for typing on a small smartwatch display. And surprisingly, taking phone calls with the Watch 3 is actually really good. The speaker quality is pretty good for a smartwatch. And on the other end, the callers said that I sounded pretty good. Not much big of a difference from when I would talk on the phone normally. So if you need to take a quick call on the watch, you can definitely do it with the Watch 3. You're still gonna look funny, but you can do it. All of these cool features don't make much sense if your watch can't get you through a full day. And my experience so far with the battery life has been pretty decent. If I don't have the always on display on, I could get around 3 to 4 days of battery life, and that's really good. But come on, it's a smartwatch. Why wouldn't you want to have the always on display on so that you can use the watch like a real watch? So with the always on display on, I was getting around 1.5 to 2 days of battery life, and that's okay, it's pretty decent. And to charge the watch from dead to full takes around 2.5 hours. You can also wirelessly charge it on the back of a recent Samsung flagship, like on my Note 20 Ultra, which is really practical when you're on the go. So it would seem like Samsung made the perfect smartwatch with the Watch 3. I mean, it's almost perfect. There is one drawback, and that's the limited amount of apps that you get with the Galaxy App Store. There are some big names like Spotify that are supported in the Samsung App Store for Samsung's Tizen software, but I do find myself missing the big library of apps that you get on Wear OS or Apple Watch. For example, I have an app to control the climate and unlock my doors in my car, all from my Apple Watch or my Fossil Watch, and I use it a lot. So I hope the app support keeps growing for Tizen OS, but this might be a turnoff for some people. The Galaxy Watch 3 is probably the most feature-rich watch that you can get right now. Even though there's not much innovation in terms of how you use a smartwatch, considering everything that's packed into this watch, you could argue that this is the best hardware on any smartwatch right now. But if the Galaxy Watch 3 is a little too expensive for your taste, the Galaxy Watch Active 2 has almost all of the same features for a lot less cash. And it's smaller and lighter and looks a little bit more modern. So that wraps up this video. Thanks so much for watching. And if you want to see more videos like this in the future, please subscribe so you don't miss anything. And if you like this video, a thumbs up would be nice. And I will see you soon in the next video.